الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math grade 9 Algebra 1. We are in the model 6, the first lesson, solving one-step inequalities. Solving one-step inequalities. In this lesson, at the first, we want to learn graphing inequalities. Graphing inequalities. So what's the meaning of the inequality? What's the meaning of the inequality? An inequality is a mathematical sentence that contains the symbol less than or greater than or less than or equal or greater than or equal or doesn't equal. So an inequality is a mathematical sentence that contains the symbol less than or greater than or less than or equal or greater than or equal or doesn't equal. So an inequality compares the value of two numbers or expressions using these symbols. How to graph the inequality? For example, graph the solution set of y less than or equal 4. The first step, you can draw the number line that represent the numbers, the negative numbers and the positive numbers, and the 0 in the middle. Then represent 4, and always when you have in the sign equals, draw closed circle or shaded circle. When you have equals in the sign, draw shaded circle. And the value of y, as you see, y less than 4 means before number 4. Means 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. So the arrow to the negative side. So the dot at 4 shows that 4 is a solution. The heavy arrow pointing to the left shows that the solution includes all numbers less than 4. The second example here, as you see, y exactly greater than, we don't have here equal, greater than 1 over 2. So we can draw the number line. There represent 1 over 2. 1 over 2 between 0 and 1 in the middle here. Then we don't have equal, so draw open circle. Open circle means this value, if this value not include in the solution. And y greater than 1 over 2 means the values up 1 over 2 means 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Means the arrow to the positive side or the direction to the positive side. The second idea, write inequalities from a graph. Write an inequality that represents the graph. We have this graph, and from this graph we want to write the inequality. As you see, the value will be 1.4. And here we have open circle, means this value not include or doesn't include in the solution. And the direction to the negative side means the value of the variable less than 1.4. Less than 1.4. So the end point is shown with a circle at 1.4. Is not include in the solution because here we have open circle means not include. The inequality must be less than or greater than but the arrow point to values less than 1.4. As you see here, the direction to the negative side means the value or the solution will be less than 1.4. So the graph represents the solution of A less than 1.4. So this is the inequality. This is the inequality. The second example here, write an equality that represents the graph. As you see, this is the end point, and we have here shaded circle, means negative 10 included in this solution, and the arrow to the positive side means the value of the variable start from negative 10 and increase to the infinity. So we can use the variable x. The value of x greater than or equal. Why we use equal? Because here we have shaded circle. Greater than or equal negative 10. Now solving inequalities by using addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction can be used to solve inequalities. If the same number is added to each side of a true inequality, the resulting inequality is also true. For any real number A, B, and C, the following are true. If you have this inequality A greater than B, and if you add the same number to the two sides, plus C here and plus C here, so A plus C greater than B plus C. And if you have this inequality A less than B, if you add the same number, plus C here and plus C here, you will have the same result. You have the same sign. A plus C less than B plus C. This is the meaning of the addition property of the inequalities. And the same idea, the subtraction property of the inequalities. The same number is subtracted from each side of a true inequality. The resulting inequality is also true. For any real numbers A, B, and C, the following are true. So if you have this inequality A greater than B, if you subtract the same value from the two sides, minus C here, minus C, you will find you have the same sign, no change in the equality. And if you have A less than B, if you subtract the same value from the two sides, so A minus C here and B minus C here, and as you see, no change in the sign. So means you have the true inequality. This is the meaning, the subtraction property of inequalities. We solving inequalities. You can write the solution set in a more concise way using set builder notation. For example, you can here open brackets x with or where x greater than or equal minus 4, then close the brackets. So we represent here the set of all numbers x such that x. So we can read this sign such as. So x such as x is greater than or equal negative 4. And the name of two brackets here, set builder notation. Set builder notation. For example, solve inequalities by adding. Solve this inequality, x minus 10 less than 15. To solve this inequality, we want to keep the variable alone on the same side. So we want to remove negative 10 from this side. So add the inverse. You can add a plus 10 on this side and a plus 10 on this side. So negative 10 plus 10 will be 0. It means here x. And here we have the same sign, less than. And 15 plus 10 will be 25. So x less than 25. So the solution set is open set builder notation. Then you can write x such as x less than 25. If you want to check, you can choose any value less than 25. For example, 10. Put here 10. 10 minus 10, 0. Is it 0 less than 15? Yes. This is a true. This is a true solution. As you see here, you have this inequality. We have negative 9 plus b, negative 9 plus b, less than or equal 16, less than or equal 16. To solve this inequality, try to keep the variable alone in this side. So we want to remove the number. To remove this number, add the inverse. We have negative 9. The inverse of negative 9 will be positive 9. So add 9 to the two sides. Now 9 minus 9 will be 0. So we have here b less than or equal 16 plus 9 will be 20. Then we can write the set of the solution b such as b less than or equal 25. This is the set build notation. How to check if my work is true or not? Choose any value less than or equal 25, any value. We have, this is the basic inequality. Choose the value of any value less than 25, for example, 5. Is it negative 9 plus 5? Is it less than or equal 16? Negative 9 plus 5 will be negative 4. Yes, negative 4 less than or equal 16. So this is a true, means this is a true solution. Who has any question about this idea?
I have a question. Mister, can you repeat the formula? I didn't understand it.
Okay. we have this inequality, and we want to solve this inequality. What's the meaning of find the values of the inequality, or solve the inequality, or find the sets of solution of this inequality? It means find the values of B. Find the values of B. And as you see here, B variable. How to find the values of this variable? Keep the variable alone in the same side, in this side. And as you see, we have two sides, this side and this side. In the same side, keep the variable alone. So means try to remove the number from here. How to remove the number from here? Add the inverse. Add the opposite number. Add the opposite number. What is the opposite number of -9? +9. So add +9 to this side and add +9 to this side. Means use the addition property of the inequalities. When you add the same number to the two sides, as you see here, 9 and -9, 9 and -9 will be 0. It means here the variable alone. And here we have the sign less than or equal. And here you can add the like terms. 16 plus 9 will be 20. Now you have the solution of this inequality. Write the set bulk notation, open brackets like this, then choose the variable B, then use this sign. This sign means such as B less than 25, B less than 25, then close the set. Okay, Michelle?
Okay, yes, clear.
And if you want to graph this inequality, draw the number line, determine the 0 in the middle. To the left, we have the negative numbers. To the right, we have the positive numbers. So the first step represent 25, for example, 25 here. And look to the sign. If you have equals in the sign, draw shaded circle. Draw shaded circle. Then the value of P, as you see, less than, the value of P less than 25 means 25, 24, 23, 2, 1, minus 2, 1, minus 2, minus, means the direction to the negative side. The direction to the negative side. Who has any question about this idea?
No question.
And here we have the same idea. X plus 24 greater than or equal 61. We want to remove 24 from the side, so add the inverse. What is the inverse of 24? Negative 24. So add negative 24 here and negative 24 here. So 24 minus 24, 0. It means here X greater than or equal 61 minus 24 would be 37. So we can write the solution set is X such as X greater than or equal 37. And here we have in this example 88 less than 88 less than X plus 13. To solve this inequality, try to keep the variable alone in this side. So try to remove this number. How to remove this number? Add the inverse. What is the inverse of 13? Negative 13. And here negative 30. Now, 13 minus 13, 0. Remains here x greater than 88 minus 13 will be 75. Then we can write the set of solution. This is the set notation. We have x such as x greater than 75. And if you want to draw the solutions to graph this inequality, represent the 0 in the middle, and to the left we have the negative numbers. To the right we have the positive numbers. So represent 75, for example, 75 here. Now, as you see, the sign doesn't include equals, means draw open circle. Draw open circle. So the direction now 75 less than x, or x greater than 75. Greater than 75 means 76, 78, 90, 100, 1000, etc. Means the direction to the positive side. The direction to the positive side. Who has any question about this idea?
Mr. يعني every question we should do this line.
Repeat, Michelle.
On every question we should do this number line.
No. If you have in the question graph, you can do the number line. But if you have just solve, just do to this step. Solve to this solve. But if you have additional choice, find or graph this inequality, you can continue. Okay?
Okay.
Here the same idea. We have 9y plus 3 greater than or equal 10y. To solve this inequality, try to keep y alone in this side or in this side, the same idea. Because here you have y and here you have y. In this example, we will keep 10y, or we will keep y in this side, and we will remove the y from this side. To remove the y from this side, you can add the inverse. So subtract 9y from this side and 9y from this side. So 9y minus 9y will be 0, means here 3, greater than or equal. 10y minus 9y will be y. So y less than or equal 3. Then we can write the set of solution y such as y less than or equal 3. And in this example, seven x plus 6 less than 8x. You can keep the x in this side or in this side. I will keep in this side. I will keep the x in this side. So we will remove the x from this side. How to remove 7x from this side? We can add the inverse. So minus 7x in this side and minus 7x in this side. 7x and minus 7x will be 0. It means in this side 6. Less than 8x minus 7x will be x. Then we can write the set of solution x such as x greater than 6. Who has any question about this idea? Is it clear for all?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how to use an inequality to solve a problem? If you have word problem, so we can write the inequality from the words, then we can solve this inequality. So as you see here, Hassan, wireless contract, always him use at most. As you see here, at most 5 means the biggest value 5. The biggest value 5. Gigabytes or GB of data per month. At this point, Hassan has used 3.7 gigabyte of data. How many gigabytes of data can Hassan use during the rest of the month without exceeding the maximum always? Complete the table to write the inequality to represent how many gigabytes of data Hassan can use, then solve the inequality. So the words Hassan can be used at most. So we can write the sign from this word, at most 5 GB of data. The variables let G means the number of gigabytes that Hassan has left use. So Hassan uses 3.7 plus the remaining number of gigabytes will be G. At most means less than or equal. At most means less than or equal. This value will be what? Will be 2. So this is the inequality. Now we can solve this inequality. To solve this inequality, try to remove 3.7 from the side. So 3.7 minus 3.7 and here 5 minus 3.7. 3.7 minus 3.7 will be 0. It means here G less than or equal. 5 minus 3.7 will be 1.3. So the solution set is G such as G less than or equal 1.3. Solving inequality by using multiplication and division. As you see here, if you have this inequality, A greater than B, if you multiply the same number, you will get the true inequality. So multiply here by C, multiply here by C. And here A less than B, if you multiply the same number, you will get the true inequality. Like, for example, if you multiply or if you divide the same number, you will get the same inequality. For example, Solve negative 2 over 5x less than or equal 11. To solve this inequality, try to remove the fraction. To remove this fraction, try to multiply the two sides by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of negative 2 over 5 will be negative 5 over 2. The reciprocal of negative 2 over 5 will be negative 5 over 2. So negative 5 over 2 times negative 2 over 5, you will get 1x. And in the second side, multiply 11 by the same number, by negative 5 over 2. 11 times negative 5 over 2 will be negative 27.5. And as you remember, and as you know, when you multiply the inequality by negative number, switch the direction of the sign. When you multiply the inequality by negative number, switch the sign to the opposite sign. So we will get here x greater than or equal negative 27.5. Then you can write the solution set x such as x greater than or equal negative 27.5. Then you can draw or graph this solution. Negative 27.5 between negative 28 and negative 27. And we use shaded circle because we have equal in the sign. And the value of x greater than means the direction to the positive side. In the next example here, we have 20x less than 4. We want to remove 20 to keep x alone. So we can divide the two sides by 20. So 20x divided by 20 and here 4 divided by 20. 20x divided by 20 will be x less than, and here you can do simplest form, divide by 4 up and divide by 4 down, we will get 1 over 5. So x less than 1 over 5. So the solution set is x such as x less than 1 over 5. Then we can draw the number line. And 1 over 5 between 0 and 1. The first part here. And we use open circle because we don't have equal in the sign. And x less than means the direction to the negative side. In this example here, we have 7x greater than negative 161. To solve this inequality, try to remove 7 to keep x alone. How to remove 7? You can divide the two sides by 7. 7x divided by 7 will be x greater than negative divided by positive negative. Then 161 divided by 7, 23. Then you can write the set of solution x such as x greater than negative 23. Then we can graph this solution. This is 0. This is the positive side, and here the negative side. You can represent negative 23, for example, here. You don't have in the sign equal. You don't have in the sign equal means draw open circle. And x greater than means to the positive side. Who has any question about this idea?
Mr. Understand it.
No questions?
No.
طيب, I will send to you homework. I want from all to solve the homework, then send to me in the team. And tomorrow, inshallah, we will solve it together. I will tomorrow check the homework from you, and we will solve it together, inshallah. Okay, this is our period for today. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.